Good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you all to MGT Abla 101. So today is 17th of July 2026. Let me check the time I started this recording. Okay, I started, this 3:43 p.m. 3:43 p.m. I'm starting this recording. Since on Monday we talk about office politics. We'll look at the ethical aspect, the unethical aspect of office politics, and we'll also look at understanding office politics as an outsider. So, some people ask: Is office politics is it good? Is it bad? Office politics is more about these are things that individual within the system they do to gain more influence in the organization, to gain more power, also to an opportunity for them to advance their career within the system. So there are some practices people do, and these practices must ought to be ethical, not unethical. Now we have some ethical practices when it comes to office practice. This is basically what ethical. There's nothing wrong with practicing ethical aspect when it comes to office politics. Most of the time, what is causing this office politics is has to do with competing with interest and value. Maybe there's a particular position, just one person they need to fill in. At times, those kind of things may trigger office politics. Yes, even scarce resources within an organization. Maybe they are doing end of the year freebies or bonanza for the staff. Some HOD will want their staff, those within their unit, to get more. So at times, those are the things that will trigger office what politics, or some can be just personal ambition, or at times it can be probably in terms of the ranking of the organization. Okay, because the higher the person go, the person wants to play it in a way that he or she maintains their influence in within what the system. So when it comes to the ethical use of office politics, the ethical one tends to promote teamwork. Yeah, you give recognition to people that have done the job, not people that did not do it. People that did the job, they were part from the end to end of it. You give them recognition. You let the focal point, the boss to be aware that, oh, these are the people that did this job. So there's nothing for you to hide it. You don't show unethical favoritism. So you are showing your favoritism is based on merit. You are giving your promotion based on what? On merit. So you are giving this recognition to people that deserve it, people that are actually solving problem within the system, people that are actually doing things that are ethical. So you give them this promotion, not you practice probably because you need the position, you start speaking evil about the other person. There's one particular show which I watched. I was still a teenager at that time, way back. It's called The Apprentice. I think The Apprentice Nigeria. At that time, it was sponsored by Bank PHB at that time. So even at the end of the game, the man and the lady, so they were talking, okay, who's going to become the new apprentice in terms of winning the show. Well, I think, I don't know, maybe the man, okay, it was the man, okay, it was the woman that started. She now make a comment more like to speak down on the man. And this lady was very good throughout the show. I believe because of that particular comment that she made, she did not win that particular edition of the Apprentice Nigeria. So it was the man that later won it. So you don't speak evil about anybody. You don't undermine somebody or take a credit for what you did not do. Those are unethical ways people go about in doing office work politics. And yesterday we look at understanding office politics as an outsider. Now, you're a vendor. You want to market your goods or your services to the organization. You feel you can talk down on the security personnel, the receptionists. You feel the cleaners. You feel these people, they don't matter. You feel maybe it's the HOD or the person, the attention person you want to meet. These are the people that matter. It will shock you that those cleaners, those security are the people that actually what matter in that system. Because the MD may want to approve your proposal. He will ask this person, when this person came, how was his or her behavior? You believe me, once they start saying you did bad and which you actually did bad, forget it. Even if your services, everything were authentic. Yeah. Even at the essence that okay, you're going for an interview, you should understand who is who. You may think the person that will take the final decision in the recruitment is the interviewer or the recruiter. Don't be surprised if somebody you just pass along the corridor that will be the one to decide. So that's why it's necessary you understand this thing too. So when you get to a place as an outsider, there's something called behave yourself. You behave yourself well. You don't need to misbehave, just behave yourself well. So, understanding this office politics will help you a lot, and playing it the right way will help you a lot in your career. So in navigating office politics, there's something called awareness. You must be aware in terms of the informal power structure. Most time we look at the formal power structure, which is good. But at times trying to understand who are the informal power structure in that system or in that work within the network. There are people, they may not be in the when it comes to the organizational charts and the rest. But they have influence. So you need to have that awareness. You need to build genuine relationship, not just people within your department. If you're in accounts, you can build a very good relationship with people in marketing, in procurement. Build those relationships. Let them get to know things that you can do. Because you get promotion based on what you know or what you can do within the system. So if they don't really know what you can do, how can you get that promotion? So understanding politics goes a long way in and playing it the right way in your career trajectory. It goes a long way. And you must be professional. Professionalism in your dealings with people. That means you have to be transparent with truthfulness. You come out clean at all time. There's something called the strategic communication. How do I communicate to this person? WhatsApp, should I make a call? Should I send a text message? You need to understand, okay, which of these three should I do at a particular time? Understand strategic communication with your focal point. It's going to help. Learn to greet, learn to collaborate. Some of you will not even greet anybody in the office. You just say, my family is not in the office, so the office is just for you to just come. After you come, you do your work, you go home. No, you have to relate with people, relate genuinely with people from your heart. Relate in a good way to people. You don't need to be very corny or be manipulative. Your communication with people, though, it can be manipulative. That is totally unethical. So just relate with people very well. Understand politics and play it the right way. Yes, if you think politics, there's politics even in your family. There are some political things still going on. Okay, so don't think politics is bad. Politics is not bad. It's just about interest of advantage. Okay, we are the one that have more of the advantage in this particular thing. That's what office politics is all about, to get the influence and every other thing. Thank you very much for being around all this while from Monday to Friday on office what politics. Next week we continue a new topic. Thank you very much. It is well. Bye.